Ooh, Virgo, guess what's coming for you? Chaos! Ay, 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 ay. You want to know what your soul knows as far as getting yourself through this? Stay tuned, I'll let you know. Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome, my Virgo friend, to the Divine Phoenix Rising Tarot. I am Zachary. Thank you for joining me here this week. I got your weekly read for October 30th through November 5th. So I'm going to go ahead and just get started here with your animal totem for the week. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to flap my gums a little bit for you, or for myself. Little column A, little column B. Spirit, what do we have spirit animal-wise for Virgo for October 30th through November 5th? So you guys, I wanted to just say thank you so much for all of your support. It's been 3 weeks since I've started this channel, and already YouTube has monetized my channel, and that is just blowing me away in the most awesome way, you guys. I did not expect any of this, really. A lot of fast growth, and I just hit a little over 1,500 subscribers as well, and that is thanks to you guys. So thank you guys. I'm really enjoying providing this content to you, and it sounds like you guys are really enjoying it as well. So that makes me feel very good. Thank you. Please continue to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell to get alerts on when new videos are coming out. Those are great ways to support me here. And now that I am monetized, I will also request, please let those ads roll. It's one of the best ways that you can support me right now. Just allowing that to play through. I know ads can be annoying. I mean, I remember a time when you just had to watch the ads on TV. I remember back in my day when, you know, ads were just a part of things. But I'm a part of the group too now, where like it's just easier to skip ads because they can be annoying. Some of them are kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, if you could please just let them roll. That is a great way to support me, like I said, and allow a possibility here for me to continue growing this channel and to move more into a full-time space of being able to provide what I'd like to provide for you. And I do have a lot of other plans for the channel. So yeah, let's see where we can take this, okay? Thank you for being here this week, and thank you for your support, like I said. So you have the goose, you silly goose. Inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident. You will always achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry. You are blessed. Let yourself fly. Let it fly. Let it rip, Virgo. That's great. Goose. I haven't actually pulled that one yet. You silly goose. Feel free to check out your moon, rising, and Venus signs as well for a more complete picture of what's going on. Especially if you're interested in love, your moon and Venus signs are going to be ones you'll want to check out. And welcome cross watchers as well. All right, let's get into it. Spit it. What do we have for Virgo for October 30th through November 5th? Hopefully something good. Both Capricorn and Taurus got a tower, but it was a good tower. It's the energy of being able to create through destruction. So it'd be interesting if you guys got a tower too. The earth signs are just, I don't know, blowing it up in a good way. Okay, and I am adjusting the way that I'm doing my video today. I am trying to find a sweet spot for length of time, what people want. Some of my videos were getting up to about a little over an hour, 40 minutes, 30 minutes. If you guys have some input on that, which I'm sure you do, please in the comments let me know what it is ideally that you're looking for time-wise so that I can adjust what I'm doing here. I'm taking out the love and career portion right now, just sticking with the general read so that I can keep it within a certain time frame. I think based on input from you guys, I am going to create an extended video as well. So like a part 1, part 2. First part is just going to be a lighter version, I suppose. And then the extended will be going into a bit more detail on what's going on for the week, perhaps doing a love and career spread as well. So thank you for your patience with me as I'm figuring out what works, and having a dialogue with me as well and letting me know how you feel about things. Okay. Love you guys. So far you've got Queen of Swords, the Magician, Two of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Nine of Cups. You guys got the Tower too. The Tower, Ace of Cups, and then Seven of Cups. So all the Earth signs got a Tower this week. None of the other signs have gotten a Tower. I think that maybe it's just your turn. You're just cycling Tower-wise. So the Four of Cups here is at the bottom of the deck. And that tells me that there is a lack of attention to what is going on around you as far as what may be being provided through the divine or even through your neighbor. There are things that are being offered around you that can be beneficial to your growth and development, to benefit you in some way, and you may just not be paying attention. Is kind of how I feel about that. Or you're afraid of not receiving something because maybe you feel like you don't deserve it, or I feel like you're some of you might be stuck in your mind a bit. So the Queen of Swords here is the energy coming into the week. Queen of Swords talks about providing truth and honesty. She's seeking truth and honesty. She is kind and compassionate. She uses intelligence to figure things out. So she's in search of that truth, but she's also in search of solving shit. So what I'm getting from this situation is you guys are looking to solve some sort of dilemma, some sort of issue that is in the mind. You may be, I feel like you need to be searching for truth, and maybe you're not searching for truth necessarily right now, but you're trying to solve the problem, which is good. You're in the right lane, but I'm feeling like there is some emotion that may be getting in the way. Let's carry on with that. Carry on with me. So the energy that's not important this week is the Magician. Magician is your master manifester. They use all of the elements, which are skills they already have, to manifest whatever in the hell they want to manifest. Being in a situation where this isn't important this week, this tells me that you guys are not in a position to properly use this. And that's what I'm getting as far as the emotions. Like there's something going on emotionally that's not quite right. Or not that it's right or wrong, but you aren't in the frame of emotional space to properly manifest what it is that you want. It could go awry. There's a bit more control that needs to be had in the emotional space. And the energy that is important this week is the Two of Pentacles, which talks about balance. And I definitely take this as work-life balance most of the time. I feel like this is because we have the Queen of Swords talking about that pursuit of truth, but I feel like it's more you guys are trying to unravel a situation or figure it out using just the mind, or you're trying to use some emotional intelligence, but it just feels like it's I see a big plate of spaghetti, like it's messy. Like your emotional space right now is a big plate of spaghetti. That is not what we want to manifest with, is pasta and marinara, okay? What I'm getting from that is just that there is there's a incongruency with what you're feeling right now, and maybe the way that you have command over it. Let's investigate further. So where it leads, what it's good for, not that this is good, but the Eight of Swords. What this is telling me is that yes, there's something that's going on where you're feeling trapped. And this trapped feeling is because you have trapped yourself here. This person is looking into, I don't know, this mirror, this bassinet full of mercury. They're looking, and they're now they've got Mad Hatter syndrome. I think some of you are maybe feeling that way too. I don't want to say crazy, but possibly just you feel like you are losing your mind a little bit because there's a discrepancy between your logical side and your emotional side. And Virgos are very, they're very pragmatic and very logical. They are ruled by Mercury, unlike Gemini with a more communication piece. It is absolutely more, Geminis are very intelligent as well, but Virgos are more on the intelligent side of Mercury rather than the communicative portion. Not that they're bad communicators, but Geminis are your master communicators. What I'm getting from this is that there's a disconnect, like I said, and because of this disconnect, you're feeling trapped. But the thing about the Eight of Swords here is you are the one who's put yourself into that place. And so you are also the person who can take yourself out of that place. The energy that is your challenge for the week is the Nine of Cups. So Nine of Cups is, ultimately, this is success. This is personal fulfillment. It's abundance through the self, to the self, by the self, for the self. There's a situation that's going on, whatever you're feeling trapped in. And I feel like it's your emotions, you guys. Your mind is telling you no, but your body is giving a very mixed signal. And it's putting you in a position where you're feeling almost aggravated. And I would be too, I'm Virgo rising, Virgo moon, so I definitely have a lot of that energy as well. And I've been feeling maybe, micro aggro in some situations because I have had emotions coming up that are incongruent with what I'm thinking. What that's telling me, though, whether that's me or you guys, back to you, Virgo. This is a Virgo sun here, Virgo rising, Virgo moon. There's an incongruency. And with the goose, you silly goose, there's that note of inner knowing to it. Your soul already knows the way. So actually what I'm getting from that is because there's this incongruency, this need for balance here between your mind and your heart, I love that the goose is actually talking about your soul. Your soul knows. So right now, the energy that is going to lead you through to the best possible outcome is not your heart or your head, because they're fighting right now. Your heart pulled your head's hair. Oh, and then just tattled on you to mommy. So you guys aren't on the best of terms right now. Where you can find an answer and a way through, though, is in getting in touch with your soul. And surprise, surprise, meditation is the best way that you can start quieting things down to get in touch with whatever message your soul has for you right now. So I would highly recommend that you do that. I like to start my days off with, and I haven't always done this, but I've gotten into the habit of it consistently for quite some time now. Didn't want to do it this morning, which meant I needed to do it the most, but I like to get up. As soon as I get up, I will grab my journal. I went and got a fancy, cool journal, special pen, specifically for this, and I will sit down here, actually, and I pull cards for myself for my day. I do a Carpe Diem spread where I'm looking at what my focus is for the day, what I'm meditating on at the end of the day, the theme of the day, energy that's blocked and energy that needs to be released. Very similar to what I'm doing here for you guys. And then I meditate on what comes through on that. I ground myself. I open up my chakras. I do my protection. And I go to the gym and get on with my day. I enjoy starting my day that way because it helps me to feel stable and secure. And when I don't, it's been a while since I haven't, but it's made a huge difference in my life. It's helped me get in touch with my soul and my emotions and my heart, my head and my heart. It's helped me to distinguish between all of them as well. And when I can feel that there's something that is inconsistent or there is an incongruency between one of them, it's a lot easier for me to tell what in the hell's going on a lot quicker. And as a Virgo, you guys like to, you guys like to be in control in that way. It's an organizational thing, you want to organize your thoughts and your emotions, right? So your challenge for the week is that you guys are having a hard time finding success over that. And through that success, personal fulfillment. Makes sense. If you're feeling unbalanced, then you're not going to feel successful. You're not going to feel personally abundant. That doesn't mean that it's not there, but you definitely need to meditate, you guys. So that was my point, was getting down and meditating is going to be your best friend. The sooner that you start building that skill, the sooner that it's going to start benefiting you. And I had, I almost said client. I did hair for 13 years. That's weird. Oh, I had a client. I had a subscriber make a comment just asking for advice on how do I start meditating. So eventually I do want to start making meditation videos, just because I'd like you guys to be able to have exactly what you need here. One-stop shop, if you will. And anyway, I just mentioned to her, if you want to do it on your own, start with 1 minute, move up to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15, 20, as you start to become more comfortable. But in the morning, find a sacred space that is just for you to meditate. Start doing that for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, until you start getting more comfortable doing that. You can do it on your own, just sitting in a comfortable position, a quiet place that you're not going to be disturbed. And you're going to close your eyes. You're not going to be able to shut your mind off, but you're going to focus on your breath, focus on the space between your breath. And as you're doing that, you're going to notice that your mind will start to slow down. And your goal is to not judge the thoughts that are coming in, to just watch them like they are a car on a highway, essentially. Instead of trying to chase that thought down, get run over by a bunch of other thoughts, you're just going to notice them going by. And when you're done with your meditation, that's when you're going to start processing, what in the hell does this all mean, right? Things are going to start coming through to you. And if you're trying to question it and judge it while it's happening, it ruins the flow. You can also get on YouTube here, and there are a lot of great guided meditations as well, if you're having a hard time focusing and getting the mind to get into that spot, okay? So that's what I recommend. Get on it, Virgo, if you're not already on it. So your blessing for the week, and you guys, this is really interesting because it feels, especially being in your blessing, the tower here, it's the same energy. I'm not sure what's going on with the earth signs this week, but you're all due for like destruction and creation. Like that destruction that that nature provides. Like a pine cone needs a forest fire, extreme heat and pressure in order to open so that it can release its seeds to grow another pine tree. Or the energy that it takes. I was describing to the other earth signs, all 15 of them, the other two. I had read, and I mean, if this is wrong, somebody can quote me on it, but this is my knowledge on it. I believe it's Mandarin. Their word for anger is the same word that they use for the process that a seed goes through, that energy that it uses to burst through the shell. That pressure, that extreme energy that it takes for the sprout to come through. And that is a very necessary energy. That is life. Like, it's the fight for life, essentially, and or literally. And that's what I'm getting from the tower, because typically the tower is an uprooting. It's a chaotic upheaval. The lightning comes striking down, destroys the tower, and you come falling down with it. Jack, Jill, and Humpty Dumpty all at the same time. But what I'm getting from this energy, especially being in the blessing, is that this is more you being able to free yourself from a prison. And this is a prison here, you guys. So your unbalance, or your imbalance, excuse me, of mind and heart right now that are warring with each other. Your siblings can't get along. She touched me. No, I didn't. That's what I'm seeing. But anyway, you have the ability, this energy, what it's providing for you is the ability to, is a get out of jail free card. It's providing you that energy to create what it is that you need through a destructive force. So it can seem counterintuitive, but this is actually awesome. This is exactly what you need right now. And I do take it as it's because you haven't been providing the energy along the way. Like I explained to, I think it was Taurus, it's almost like a savings account. The universe has been saving up this energy for you because you haven't been. And it's just like paying out dividends right now. And you're making a withdrawal against your will. It's for the best. It may feel crunchy, like there's still pain, you know, involved in growth, even if it's good growth. Like for me with this channel, this is fantastic growth, and it's there are growing pains too. Not complaining at all. I'm just saying, as an example, growth comes from pain. So that's what you guys are going to be experiencing, and it is a blessing. Just don't forget that, okay? It's going to move you to where you actually want to go. I feel like it's really going to snap these two back into place quickly. Like, don't make me pull this car over. Is what I see there, okay? So the energy that is blocked right now that needs to be cleared is the Ace of Cups. An Ace of Cups is the beginning of a relationship, typically romantic. So for some of you, I feel like there has been maybe some issues, trouble in paradise, so to speak, with a new relationship. Something that needs to be cleared as far as the block there goes. And I'm going to clarify these, so don't you worry. But for most of you, what I'm getting, especially with this deck here, this individual is holding their heart. And the message of that is, are you holding your heart, Virgo? Or are you letting your head give it a wet willy, you know? I really do feel like your head and your heart are bullying each other right now. So the energy here that needs to be released is, you need to tell your brain to knock it off. Don't make me pull this car over, Virgo. Oh, that's terrible. So yes, that's what I'm getting. We'll clarify this, but I feel like that's the issue. You're having a hard time truly speaking to your own heart, speaking the language of love like you know what it means, because maybe you've forgotten. You're trying to speak to your heart with logical verbiage, and that's not how it talks. It doesn't really talk. It emotes, right? So the energy here that is needed in order for the highest outcome is going to be the Seven of Cups. And this is, it's kind of pulling everything together, really. All of the not dismantled, but well, kind of, the fragmented pieces. So Seven of Cups here is a card that talks about multiple choices. There are, you could be spoiled for choice. The cups here, though, all have different things under them. And this individual is trying to choose which cup is best for them without being able to see what's underneath them. And the story of this card is that this individual needs to use physical, emotional, and or spiritual means or counsel in order to access what is under any one of these cups. Some of them are not cups that he wants to choose. Some of them are cups that he does want to choose. Like there's a little snake here and a bat and looks like a river, a skull. There are varying degrees of savory and unsavory outcomes here. So what you're being encouraged to do, the energy that you need for the highest outcome, is to tap into, do I need physical counsel? And I'll explain this. Do I need physical counsel? Do I need to go talk to a friend that I trust that gives me a good opinion? Do I need to go talk to a counselor? Do I need to go talk to myself? Spiritual. Do I need to go talk to a spiritual leader of mine, someone in my church? Emotional. Do I need to go speak to my heart? Those are all different ways that you can see or figure out what's going on here under these cups. So you're being asked to achieve the highest outcome, to get in touch with all of those, to bring all of those together in order to make the right choice, because you're stuck in a place of not being able to start, essentially. And I think this tower is going to help you snap out of it real quick. There's nothing, you're not doing anything wrong right now. It's not about right or wrong. It seems like you're a bit stuck. So the universe is coming in with a stick of dynamite to blow you out of that quicksand, okay? We get some clarification on the 8 of Swords, please. 9 of Cups, Tower, Ace of Cups, and 7 of Cups. And then, like I said, you guys, I would love input on length of video you're looking for. If you would watch a 2-part, if you wouldn't, if you want me to take a leap, don't, yeah, you can tell me to take a leap, but just be kind about it. That was my original request, you know what I mean? Some people haven't been the kindest about it. Oh, and I forgot to share too. Told all the other signs, just to tell you a little bit more about my story. I was diagnosed with narcolepsy at the end of last year, and that's something that has been an interesting journey for me to take. I do believe that there's a large spiritual quality to, like the Western science and medicine calls it narcolepsy, but some more ancient cultures or more spiritually based cultures might call it shamanism. So I'm never really fully awake, never really fully asleep. I have some very interesting visuals. They call them hallucinations, hypnopompic and gognic hallucinations, going to sleep and waking up. But I believe that it's actually traveling. I feel like it's something that really helps me do what I do right now. But being in a typical situation in society, I fall asleep during the day and then I can't sleep at night. So if I were able to follow my natural cycles, I wouldn't need medical assistance in any way. But until I can get there, possibly, with the success of this channel is kind of my goal. I would really like to be able to just live my life the way my body wants to, instead of needing to work a 9 to 5, So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I don't feel like I'm sick. I don't feel like I need to be healed, just to be clear about that, because some people have been talking about that. But thank you for listening to me and receiving that. I'll get off my soapbox here and move on. Speaking of moving on, 8 of Swords, we have moving on, endings that bring healthy beginnings. So you're being asked to stop this, Virgo. Get yourself out of this trap, because it's a trap. And it's one of the mind. I definitely feel like your thoughts are getting you into this situation, because there's that incongruency and disconnect with your emotions to your thoughts. You are putting yourself in this position. So you're being asked to just move on, just drop it. Okay. That's not always the answer, like just get over it, but it seems like this is one of those probably where you've been spiraling around an issue for way too long. And sometimes the answer is just, okay, we're done with that now. You know what I mean? So the 9 of Cups is clarified by peace. Peace and contentment are coming to you. And this is your challenge. So it's coming. I mean, as simple as that. You're having a hard time finding that personal contentment and success, but it's on the way. And it's coming through the process of moving on. Move right along, little doggy, little Virgo. So the Tower is clarifying, this is your blessing, is terrified. Excuse me. Some of you might be terrified right now. The Tower is terrified by it. The Tower is clarified by pay attention, look out for signs from the divine, acknowledge red flags. So this could be, this is a chaotic energy for sure. Even if it's bringing you a blessing, chaos is chaos. And we did just, speaking of chaos, go through the lunar eclipse too on the 28th there. So those are portals connected to each other, lunar to solar, solar to lunar from the last time. So if you think back to early May, late April, from the last time we had eclipses, whatever's going on at that time, you're probably going to notice themes that are similar at this point too. And you're either beating its ass and succeeding, accomplishing more than you did last time. Maybe you're still struggling the same, maybe you've regressed. But just take a look at it, see where you're at, see how you've grown. So you're just being asked to look for signs, both positive and negative. And I think in that way, you're going to be able to see a little bit better how to navigate this situation. Is this tower going to be a situation where you are bursting through a seed, you know, and you're growing into a beautiful flower? Or are you being trampled on by somebody so that you have to grow again? Either way, there's growth that's happening. But I do feel like that's up to you. However quickly you can find peace and move on is going to determine how this tower presents for you, okay? But the force is the same. It's coming with creation, okay? Ace of Cups is clarified by past life connection. Someone with heavy influence from a past life is with you. So this is the energy that is blocked, needs to be cleared. I feel like for some of you, you are being triggered by a previous trauma, previous relationship trauma, maybe even something from childhood. Whatever's going on in your life right now, whether it's a relationship that's triggering you, the way you're being treated at work, the way you're treating yourself, this is coming up that is requesting to be healed. And for others of you, I actually feel like you have some sort of ancestor or guide that is with you as well, that's trying to help you through what you're going through right now. It could be that you're actually healing generational trauma as well, which is no easy task. So hang in there, Virgo. You're doing a great job. That shit is heavy, but you're moving through it, and you do have the option of putting it down. So I know that it's been a rough road up until now, but you can get through it, okay? So the energy that is needed to achieve the highest outcome is the Seven of Cups, needing to use mental, physical, and spiritual means to figure out which cup you want here. That's clarified by patience. Manifestations are on the way. So continue to hold whatever those manifestations are that you have been working towards, which is involved with the Magician here. And you're being asked, well, you're not being asked, you're just saying it's not important this week. So you're not actively trying to continue to manifest these, but to just know in your head and your heart, once you get them to stop fighting in the backseat, that what you have been manifesting is on the way. Your manifestation energy that you're putting out there right now is not that is blocked, but it's been put on hold because your team, your guides, angels, ancestors, allies, know that you are a little out of whack right now. And with that, you need to have very clear emotional and logical processes along with gratitude to be able to manifest exactly what you want. If either one of those are not very clear, then you're going to get something that you don't exactly want. So you're being protected from that right now. That's good. That's very good by your soul. Because the goose, that's all about the inner knowing, it's waiting for you, your higher self, you guys, waiting for you to get in touch with you. And I feel like that is the key that's going to allow you to bring those components of yourself together to utilize this tower energy as best as you possibly can. Either way, no matter which direction you're coming at it from, it's going to be a very positive thing. It's just a little crunchy right now, and that's okay. Just get ready for some crunch. Crunch, crunch. All right, Virgo, I love you so much. Thank you for joining me here this week, and I will see you next week. Okay,